We live. All right, shalawam.
Shalawam. Shalawam.
Khan. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah,
Yahawah.
Shalawam,
Yahawah.
Yahawah,
Bahasham.
bahasham, Yahawashi,
Yahawashi. Bahasham. Dash.
All right. I'm going to say double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. All right, the live show going. We good, right?
Yeah, audio's good.
All right, it's muted.
Yeah, I muted it. Yep.
Fine. All right, so this is GMS Precepts. My name is Nazar Khud. This is my big brother, Yahawah. And we here to do a live lesson. And it's something that's been ongoing in the past years, but now it just seems like it's just growing, and getting worse and worse and worse. As you can see, the title is it's entitled "Demons on the Loose in America." And what's that? I just thought of that movie, Ghostbusters. Remember? Um, I don't know if it was one or two. I think it was two when all those demons were just unleashed in the city.
Exactly.
Just imagine all those demons being unleashed in America. And
Yeah.
not only America, all over the world, because you have and this was prophesied, you have chaos, you have turmoil happening all over the world. You see, and this just validates the scriptures more. This validates the prophecies that much more, because all these things that are taking place today were prophesied thousands of years ago. They were written on paper, and the prophets that were inspired by the Holy Spirit, they wrote these things down. They didn't know what they were writing, you see, but what they were writing were events that were going to take place way in the future, and now we're actually living in those times now, right? So me and my brother Yaikop, we were talking, and we were talking. It's a lot of incidences, right? And we're gonna get into the scriptures in a few minutes. Um, but the whole shit in Chicago with that crazy bitch that ran over the dude.
And I got the clip whenever you're ready.
Okay.
You want to see
All
that?
right, yeah, we can show it, or we can. I guess it's audio, whatever you have.
Yeah.
Um, you had again Chicago. You had the other situation with all those nigglets a few days ago. They did some shit where they just ran amok all over the streets of the city, just
That's a
causing.
show. You did a show on that.
Yeah, I did a show on that, causing a whole bunch of chaos and madness and confusion. Um, you had I think there was a similar one in New York. I was talking, and we was talking about the whole chicken shit, right? It was I don't know if this was Atlanta. You had people are just losing their minds. You had a guy. I'll just speed through the story, but a guy was upset about his chicken. Once again, embarrassing Jake. A
It's always that chicken.
It's always that chicken, man. He had
Jake and chicken.
huh?
Jake and their chicken.
Taking a chicken, and then, he had an issue with his order, and he was fighting with the owner, physical fighting. It wound up getting outside. They were rolling around on the ground. He got pissed off. They were fighting. He wound up driving his tow truck. I guess he was on break. He wound up driving his tow
Hold on,
truck.
you got to tell on the story, man.
I well, he had a wrong order or whatever.
Because when you explain it, it shows how stupid it was. You know what I mean?
He was displeased. He was displeased with his order. He went in back in the store to, I guess, complain. Ultimately, they just refunded his money. I guess they just want him to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And then while they're serving another customer, this niglet goes and grabs the customer's chicken.
Yeah.
Then he starts fighting with the owner. The owner and him fighting. He's taking. I'm sure brothers seen it, or maybe they haven't. He's grabbing the cash register, throwing it around. He's making a mess on he's causing thousands of dollars of damage in the store. The owner gets a pipe, starts beating him over the head. They struggle, fight outside, roll around on the ground. He escapes. He comes back with his tow truck and rams it in. And this was all over chicken, man. You have people just losing their minds, right? So I guess we can get into the scriptures. I don't want to rant on this.
I got a definition for you too.
Okay, yeah, you can bring that
degenerate,
Yeah, but people are just losing their minds. If you turn on the news, it's like things like this wasn't happening 5, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Things, the mental state of people they're just losing it, man, and it's going into it's a retarded state, and then it just goes below that, the depths of the, and it's just it's a demonic state now. People are
yeah,
just in a total demonic spirit, man.
yeah.
Right, and that's all scriptures. Matthew's the 24th chapter, but I'll get that. I'll get that next, and you can bring out your definition.
Yeah, yeah, just to back you up, because it's a spirit you brought up. It goes from a low level now it's just to a demonic level, like the stupidity and the lowness of these acts that you see on TV. Like we were talking before, these people are possessed, man.
Yeah,
Okay. Now you mentioned that's the spirit. You mentioned the movie Ghostbusters. 1 or 2 where the demons were released in the streets,
yeah,
because that's the same thing. Because that's actually happening. There's a thing called, I've done a show, and the brothers have done shows on CERN. We were talking about it earlier. That CERN project, right? Basically, so it's a machine out there that ESO made over there in Europe somewhere, where they basically supposedly can break down matter and atoms, and they try to make a black hole, whatever have you. But really, that's what they tell you. That's what the science is, or atom breaking. Other terms I'm missing, or fusion, atom fusion, right? But really, what it is, that's just for the public perception. But really, what it is, they're channeling demons, man. Okay, there's other reports out there, and in the underground of historic society, the truth is that they're tapping into other dimensions, and trying to letting loose demons, and it's been reported already. This has been going on, so this is why the uptick of craziness and stories like this. You have more people. Hey, you have kids killing their parents. You see, you're not in the news every week. That's like a possession. Like weird crimes, people chopping up their husbands or their wives' bodies, and that's just every week you're seeing this. And actually, some of the crimes that you see is over some low IQ situation, man. You know, so it's because, like we always bring out, that CERN, which is literally about letting loose the demons in society. That's why you see these things going on. I have a precept, unless you have something. I have a definition
but
of a degenerate, and I actually did a show on this has to be the last days because of the degenerate generation. We need a savior because this place is so degenerate, our people, right? But let alone in society. But this is the word degenerate in etymology. Um, it means having lost or suffered impairment to the qualities proper to the race or kind. Really, we can say having lost or suffered impairment to the qualities proper to it to its particular race or a nation. In this case, we're talking about the world, people in the world, but really in America, but really America as a nation, but then furthermore, the nation of Israel. Okay. Now, when you look at the word impairment, having suffered loss or suffered impairment means basically, that's a bad word. I went to that in my show. And impairment means make worse or cause to deteriorate. So, like the elder Niles was describing, this society has been getting worse. It's been deteriorating. Okay, and also it says to impair, which I like. It says to make, to stumble, to get worse, stumbling. It says to walk, stumble, or impair. Uh, so yeah. So let me see. There's another one while drinking wine. Like if you're drunk, you are impaired. Let me see. Perhaps originally stumbling, to walk, stumble, impair. Okay, yeah. In reference to driving under the influence of alcohol, right? Like when a cop pulls you over, he does a test. The first thing he does before he gives the breathalyzer, he tells you get out the car and walk a straight line. You know, if you start to wobble, he can see that, and you start to stumble, he can see that you're impaired. I got a quick precept for that.
all right, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 4:19. Okay, Because you really, this is what this is about. This nation, Babylon, which is hence America, and then the nation of Israel, this is what you are. Proverbs 4:19. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not of what they stumble. Okay. So two key words there, the wicked and stumbling. So the Lord said, what in the scriptures, the way of the wicked is as darkness, right? Because you stumble in the dark, right? You don't stumble when there's light, right? The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not of what they stumble. So one thing that's synonymous with wickedness is stumbling, right? And when you stumble, basically, it's in the dark, which the darkness represents, the wickedness of America. There's no light, which represents knowledge in America. So if there's no knowledge here, and what does that mean? There's darkness. So everybody in this nation, especially our people, they're stumbling in this dark society, and with being possessed by demons or in fighting over chicken. All right?
Sure, sure. Yeah, man.
You got it.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, back to degenerate. I'm sorry. And degenerate means basically to fall away. And I got a precept for that too. Having lost or suffered impairment to the qualities proper to the race or nation. And then it says to be inferior to one's ancestors, right? That's true. I said, look, hey, well, Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? Because look at the state of Israel now compared to what we used to be. So it says to be inferior to one's ancestors. Today's not people, we are inferior, even worse than we were before, and we were wicked in the past. Okay, to be unlike one's race or kind. Yeah, we're not even like what we used to be. Fall from the ancestral quality, because to be degenerate means to, right here, off, away, from. That's what D means. The prefix in genus, which is generous or genitive, means birth or gene, right? So away from or fall away gene or fall away birth. As society's been passing on, it's been getting worse and worse. The scriptures say that too, waxing worse and worse. You got it. Matter of fact, I could look for that scripture for you too.
Yeah,
Or weaker with age.
yeah,
But you got it. You got something to say.
yeah. Hold on, sorry, I'm just answering this brother. GMS Idol One Hassad.
Oh, hey, shalom, boy.
Shalawam, my brother. No, so since you had mentioned, I was gonna get another. I got a precept because you had mentioned something.
Okay.
Darkness, right? So this is Isaiah 60:2. I'm sorry, yeah, 60 verse 2. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
Mm.
and gross darkness the people, right? And that's what's happening right now. Darkness is covering the earth. There's no light in this. The only thing that represents the light are the elect right now. Everything else is in gross darkness. You see? So if you want to get a visual correlation, a visual comparison of that, you can just imagine a dark alley and just like a light pole, just that light pole in that dark alley that represents the elect, while the darkness represents the people. Because all people, majority of people on this earth, they represent wickedness, they represent darkness, and that's the spirit of America. They're in gross darkness, right? So it says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and His glory shall be seen upon thee." Right? And how is the glory? See, I just said it. What represents the light? What represents the light? Which represents Yahawashi? The representatives of Yahawashi are the elect on earth. You see, because it said what? It said, "Behold, the Lord shall arise upon thee, and His glory shall be seen upon thee." Right? We represent the truth in Yahawah Bashim Yahushua. While everybody else, they represent what? They represent darkness, right? They represent the cares of this world. If you have any love, an inkling of a love for this world, the Most High is not with you. You see?
I got precept for that for you real quick. This is James chapter 4. Where is it at again?
4 and 4, I think. 4 and 1,
I can't
2,
see it. Salah. I don't know why I don't see it, man. It should be right in front of me.
4 and 5. You got to read it. It's like
Okay.
towards the end of the
Okay,
verse.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's there. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is James 4:4. It says, ye adulterous and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world,
Hmm.
like you said, ye adulterous and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High.
Right, and having love for the world, you're entrenching yourself in gross darkness, man. That's why I said gross darkness and gross darkness to people. So while the elect they represent Yahawashi, Yahabashim Yahawashi, people that are in gross darkness, they represent anything contrary to Yahabashim Yahawashi, which ultimately is Satan. You see, so that's why this place you have. I just saw an article where I didn't click it. I just saw it where you had that little faggot, Lil Nas X. He said, "I worship Satan." He literally, can I pull it up here? I don't. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, we read it.
You get the point. Yeah, I ain't
He,
got.
the guy had Satan sneakers.
He literally said, "You have the other fat dude who's did that wicked ass ceremony, Sam Smith."
Yeah,
So you have people. So the majority of the people are in gross darkness. Now, when celebrities do it, who are going to follow the people, right? Because
yeah.
they put themselves up to be idolized among the masses.
Just to back you up, there's a show. I don't know what's it on. A new girl show on TV. I don't know what it is. Some girls on HBO or I don't know Apple. I have no idea. But it's a show of these girls, teenage girls. I forget the scenario, but they have. It's about this girl who has sex with the Satan.
With Satan.
Yeah, it's a show about that.
Mm,
I mean, it's out there in the public, so people know. I kind of forget the show and the channel,
mm,
but it should. Man, I could probably type it up and pull it up, but
yeah.
it's a girl. It's a TV show about a girl who has sex with Satan. Let me actually pull it up.
Right.
TV show.
All right. Let me get because we
Yeah,
got.
you got it.
Let me get this. So this is Matthew's 24, right? 24, and this is actually what's going on upon earth, right? This is Matthew's 24 and 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." So you found it?
No, you got. I was just saying,
All
yeah,
right.
you.
Yeah. So it said, I'll read this again, Matthew's 24 and 12. "And because iniquity shall abound," right? And what's iniquity? A trespassing of the law, or what is called sin. Sin is flourishing. It's growing, right? To an unbelievable amount. Now, the result of that is what? The love of many shall wax cold. You got people throwing other people off a ledge in train stations. That happens like every goddamn day. You you have people that argue over nothing at a gas station and run people over and boast about it afterwards. Like you have a total demonic spirit going on in America. And why is that? It's the love of money, or the love that people had, especially towards. It's one thing to have a hatred for your enemy, right? Which Yahweh Bashem Shai would applaud if you have a hatred for an Edomite or another nation. But here it is, our people have a hatred towards their own, extreme hatred, right? Um, the love of many shall wax cold, man. There's no love between the masses of people, man. And it's evident by if you turn on the news, there's always something going on. You see? Um, yeah, so that was that scripture. You got something else?
Yeah, I couldn't find the show, but there was so many stuff that came up, so they
Okay.
just goes to show
Yeah.
how satanic this society is, because all these shows came up. The
Yeah.
show came up with the daughter of Satan. It's a cartoon on HBO Max.
Yeah.
On HBO, it's about a daughter of Satan, but that wasn't it though. But
You got to show Lucifer.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's like on prime time too. It's
prime
not
time.
even
Yeah,
on HBO. It's on prime time. So of
yeah,
course, an 8-year-old can watch Lucifer
yeah.
after he comes home from school.
And the thing is, it's like a satire. They make it like a comedy type. It's something fun.
Right. right.
You know, they
And
try
but
to make light of it. You know what I mean?
yeah, but you see how they portray him. They portray him as somebody he's not that bad. You see,
Yeah, he's not bad.
that's the
Bad.
whole thing about Satanism. Satanism is he got the bad rap. Satan, he's actually a good guy, right? But they try to do it. They try to they don't try. They push that in the show.
Yeah.
Um, he'll give you things that you like to do. He'll give you things you like. How's that a bad guy? That's how they portray him. You
Hmm.
see? Um,
I think there's a precept, Isaiah 45. Let me see. Where is it? How they fallen from my light, O Lucifer, is at 40. Or is that at 14?
yeah. Let me read Second Edges real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
The points towards the end. Second Edges 5 and 8. It says, "There shall be a confusion. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be sent off out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places." And here's the point: and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. You see? So this is a prophecy about the end time. It says, menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. And that's all we had. Each generation is getting worse and worse and worse. What's that word you looked up today?
Degenerate.
Been getting more degenerate, and more degenerate and more degenerate. That's what's going on in this society, man. And since America is supposed to be that top nation as far as influence, all the other nations, right? That's when the scriptures speak about. They're drunken by the wine, or their or the philosophy of of America, aka Babylon. You see, it's that demonic influence that. So I mean, there's thousands of reasons. That's one reason, right? That's one reason why the Most High had to do away with America, right? Because they've got a demonic influence across the whole globe. You see,
I got a precept for you.
but
Just going into Lucifer.
hmm
Um, I know we'll wrap it up soon. Just going into Lucifer, falling from his light,
hmm
because here it is, they uphold, because really the definition of Lucifer is really light bearer or light carrier, you know, uh, the one who has the knowledge, so the ultimate knowledge to run a society in the world, so the stuff that you see in this world today, by way of coming forth by way of technology, uh, or we can say through the industrial era to now the fourth industrial revolution, which is basically transhumanism, but it's going to come by way of another by the MOTB, which is biblical prophecy. Uh, with this present day world, it looks like this world has the light, the top knowledge, because what the state of the world now has never been seen before as far as its so-called technical advances. But really, the technical advances that came by way of technology has been detrimental to society. Poisoning, destroying the ecosystem, the people, the people, the minds, and the earth. But anyway, so it's not the right knowledge. All right. So the right knowledge is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from Yahawah Shemai that the Lord gave to his people through the commandments and ultimately through faith. So this is Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer," or light bearer, so to speak. Right? It says, "Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations." Okay. Um, It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and that did shake the kingdoms? That made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners." So the point is that it has to be talking about this time, because here it is. You got the most people incarcerated are in America, man. 25% of people locked up in the world are in America. You got the world is out of course. The ecosystem is out of whack. The people of the Lord, They're are the degenerate demonic state right now. We got a clip. We can finish off the show to show that. Okay. And overall, the light that's supposed to govern the world to its perfection, obviously is not the light, because this knowledge of today is destroying the world. You know, you got 5G technologies. You got birds dropping from the air. You got oil spills. You know, you got you got what America is, what is the most obese nation, the fattest nation on the planet. You know, you got stupidity all time, no. And overall, you know, they don't got, this world don't got the name of the Lord, Yahawashi. That's the ultimate light. The light is the Son of Heavenly Father, Yahawashi, which is given unto to the elect, the nation of Israel, but furthermore the elect. The elect only see the light of the Lord, which represents his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding by way of faith. You know what I mean? So the Lord Yahawashi, he's the true light bearer, that he's the true Luciferian king, because his knowledge is waking up the elect. You know, back to the Father. That was it.
Con. All right, so I got one more scripture, and then you want to
Yeah, and I'll show you that clip.
shoot the video, I guess. Shit.
Yeah.
Comedy special. So I got Timothy's, right. I got 2 Timothy's 3, but I want to read it in the NIV. So this is it's like 3 verses. 2 Timothy's 3:1. Excuse me. It says, but mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days, right? So we know that's speaking about the times that we're in now, right? The end of days, meaning prior to the Lord's return. Verse 2 Timothy 3:2. It says, people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, holy. I mean, that if come on, I mean that's every American, man.
Hey, that's the spirit, because I mentioned that we're going to do a show on that tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But really tapping into social media. But that's the spirit.
Yeah,
You know,
look,
the spirit.
lovers of themselves.
Yeah, that's only one point, but everything else you said is right on. You know.
We are lovers of money.
Yep.
Anytime the new thing now. Let me see. I got this right here. What's this?
Yeah.
They're
Of course.
posting. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. People posting, money. You know, I always bring him up. TMT Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
All he do is take baths. He take a picture of it. He take a picture laying on his money every week.
Yeah.
He
Lovers
just
of
had
money.
Javante Davis. I just saw their live stream. Javante Davis and Ryan Garcia. So they going back and forth. And then Javante Davis bring out a wad of money out of his purse.
Yeah, because I think
And
he
then,
treats him.
and then Ryan says, "What is that? It's not about money." You kind of cut him with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just back you up, you know.
Lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy. Verse 3, without love, right? Because that's like the center. It's sort of well, that goes into the last scripture, how the love of many shall wax cold, right?
Yeah.
It says without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal.
Yeah. I mean, that chicken story you said, that was a perfect example of no
With the
self-control.
chicken, yeah, I mean over
I mean,
chicken, he
beast.
ruined his life in like five minutes.
I mean, you gave you the damn money back. Just go to another spot.
Right? Yeah,
Could have went to another spot, man.
take that money. I'm sure he ate half of the chicken, and you know how niggas do, bring it back, right? And he still wasn't satisfied. Then you're gonna grab another customer's.
And then another customer. You know what I mean?
And I said it off the camera, but yo, this guy, he showed he had demons on him. He was like 5'3".
Yeah. He had demons on him now.
He had demons on him. Like what? You don't know what that other dude was gonna do to you. That the other customer anyway. So it says without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control. People don't have an ounce of self-control nowadays,
Yeah.
right? Brutal, not lovers of the good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of Yahawashi Yahushai.
Hey, well, that goes into America, because we looked up that word hedonism. hedonism, and that basically means a society based on hedonism is America, and it all dwells in pleasures. That's all it's about, just fulfilling all your desires.
Yeah.
And we know that when you fulfill your desires, that you're talking about the desire of your body. And we don't know what the body wants. Everything against the Most High, you know.
Yeah, that's a fleshly. It's feeding the flesh.
Yeah.
It's zero. Um, you don't worry about feeding the spirit in hedonism, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that was it. I guess we can go to your video.
Okay.
We'll close it on that.
All right. So yeah, we got I mean, brothers have already seen this, but I'll pull it up. You know, the famous possessed woman at the gas station. You know, these black wolves arguing at a gas station like animals, man, for the whole world to see. But you know, that was biblical prophecy, though, man. It shows you what women, how our women have been so degenerate too. You know, in the ancient world, they used to not even walk. We used to not even allow them to walk on the soles of their feet. They used to be soft spoken. You know, all these kind of things. Now look at them, fucking masculine as hell. All right, I got the clip here, so I'll just play this. From Fox 32, Fox News.
I'm gonna go flag, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm about to show it. And just set it up. Okay, it's about a 2-minute clip. I'll just show 2 minutes of it. There you go. Yep. Oh, hold up. Sorry, I'll get the volume.
Camera, an argument, a man's presentation gets turned upside down. The chaotic situation that ended with a woman's SUV on its roof in the middle of the street in Forest Park. It was all caught on camera. An argument, a man dragged and a flipped over SUV, and now a woman in that SUV is charged. Tia Ewing has a disturbing situation all around. I guess the good thing is nobody was hurt in this. It's wild, and Forest Park police tell us this video you're about to see helped them piece together exactly what happened, and now a female is in custody. This wild video was recorded after an argument started at Jackson Boulevard and Harlem Avenue at the Thornton's gas station Sunday after 3. Jay Mills recorded it all. They was like, they started throwing puffs and balls like it's gonna escalate. He was with his family, and they say the woman behind the wheel of the Ford SUV started hurling homophobic and racial slurs at the two. The N-word and Mike. From there, the fight escalated as people were trying to. The driver hits the red van, dragging the man that was with her for several feet. Then, as the SUV fled the gas station, the driver struck a vehicle waiting at the southbound turn signal at Jackson and then flipped over. It was as if nothing happened at all. The driver managed to exit out of the broken window and started laughing. Just how much damage was done. The driver and male companion were far from done. Like Bonnie and Clyde, they were captured on camera trying to flee the scene. Forest Park Police is only charging Nance. She didn't have a valid driver's license, and now she's charged with felony criminal damage to property, 2 counts of aggravated assault, reckless driving, among other charges. Tia Ewing, Fox 32.
Well,
oh man, boy.
There you have it. There you have it.
Hey man, you heard she started laughing when she got out the car, man.
Yeah.
I can replay it. She just kind of like had a, I don't know. She just manifested out the car. I didn't even see her fall out.
Right. Yeah, it was weird. And the person she was with, she actually dragged him.
Yeah.
They both.
That dude, lucky to be alive, man.
She was with, she actually dragged.
I
Yeah,
do love to be alive, man.
yeah.
Damn.
Demonicness. Let me give a shout out. Let me get a roll call here.
Oh, shalawam,
Uh,
shalawam, brothers.
Shalawam, bro, lacham of Yahawah's children. Shalawam to you, my brother.
GMS Memphis.
Yeah, I got you. GMS Memphis. One foe to the foe. Shalawam. What's this? GMS Facts Works. Khan, my brother.
What do you say? I didn't see that. What
This
is it?
GMS Facts Works. 144 out there. Hey, Shalawam, my brother.
That's right.
Shalawam. So I guess we'll wrap it up now. So I mean the spirit that America's in is pure Satan, man. It's pure demonic.
Yeah.
And like I started the video, the movie I think about is in Ghostbusters, right? When that realm of spirits was just released all over the city of New York, that's what's happening to America. It's like
Remember, by way of CERN, that's actually happening.
yeah,
CERN.
demonic spirits are being loot. Ultimately it's by Yahawashi now shy through CERN, but those demonic spirits are being just released all over America, and you see the result of it. You have a bitch that flipped a car, walked out of it, and started laughing while walking away. We are in some crazy times, man.
It's gonna get worse too.
It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And I was thinking about something when you were speaking, right? All these little fights that these people were having, the chicken,
Gas stations.
a lot of these fights, they have um what's the kindle, right? It's food.
Yeah.
What happens when food gets even more expensive?
Oh
People
man.
fight when they hungry, man.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good
So
point.
so yo, it's gonna get a lot worse, man. It's gonna get a
Yeah.
lot worse when food gets even more scarce.
Oh, the brother posted something.
Oh yeah, baby. MS Memphis LHC. Ooh, you're getting down. Large Hadron Collider.
That's what it is. The hydrogen collider. Yeah.
CERN project in CERN, Switzerland.
Yeah.
Fun,
That,
bro.
that's what they want the public to know. But it's really
Mhm.
about demonic tapping into the demonic realm. Letting loose demonic spirits. That's what it's really about. Opening portals. You know what I mean?
Large
If,
Hadron.
if the comment board Baba Kashak could find that scripture, last scripture, well, it doesn't matter. I couldn't find it. Growing weaker with age, no big deal. They don't gotta find it.
Aquifer, yeah.
They don't gotta find it. But they don't gotta find it.
Con.
But that's what it is. As time goes on, we get weaker through age, and like you said, it's just getting worse and worse. And that's a heavy point. Like you said, like an epiphany. That one example, the chicken, that was over food.
Yeah, food.
I mean, he drove his SUV into a place over food that he had already.
He probably ate half of it and ain't got his money, so he can you can go somewhere else and get more food, more chicken, getting double the price. But still, he wants to go crazy and drive his dump truck through a. So just imagine what happens when when food gets even more scarce.
Yes, yeah.
So all right, so we'll end it on that. Demons being loosed here in America, and it's gonna get worse. Shout
That's
out to
right.
the brothers on the comment section.
Hey, shalawam.
GMS, I'm out of one Qassad, bro, Lakam, Yahawah's children, GMS Memphis, Shalom to you, brothers. Uh, and I want to see, I guess we'll close it, right?
Yeah.
Call hello,
Kal halal.
Yahawah,
Yahawah.
Bahashim,
Bahashim.
Yahawashi,
Bahashim.
Bahashim, it's like it, Bahashim,
Bahwa.
Bakakodash.
Bahwa.
Fun. All right, bros. Shalom, my brothers.
Shalawam.
Boom.